Is Tesla going down? Well, the numbers sure don't look good. And we're going to talk about that plus a lot more in this video with Jason Burmis. But first, in related Tesla news, we allegedly have this shocking moment that a California man, I'm surprised it's really not a Florida man, that a California man is caught sleeping behind the wheel of his Tesla while driving the car on autopilot down an interstate at 75 miles per hour. Now, Jason, look at, I mean, you get some of the pictures here. I mean, what if he had cerebral palsy? What if he was napping? I don't know. The whole my reaction to this is,
Well, I'd like to say you're an insane person, Luke, because number one, this technology could falter. Number two, you shouldn't be on a highway.
What's the point of driverless autopilot cars if you can't, just take maybe a little nap behind them?
Yeah, at 75, 80 miles an hour on a 4-lane highway. That's totally great. And I'm glad that you brought up.
Facetious.
Yeah, Florida man. Actually, this time, Florida man was the hero, as he is the person that captured just one of two videos. There's actually a second video that surfaced of this lunatic sleeping at the wheel, Luke. And look, I like the idea of electric cars. I may not be so keen on self-driving cars, but as you said, regardless of this bad PR they're getting today, and this story actually came out yesterday, and it should be bad PR, this person needs to be drug out of his car and slapped repeatedly, in my opinion, Luke.
I mean, stories like this kind of... Did anyone get hurt? Nope, no one got hurt. Obviously, risky move, not smart move, but obviously stories like this are sensationalized, so we get more government, and we're going to have nanny cams watching us as we're driving driverless cars or being in driverless cars. I mean, the technology's still not there. I concede on that point, but I mean, Tesla is doing revolutionary new kind of automated, kind of new technology that's not based on oil. Overall, to me, the company is very, very pretty incredible in my book. But the economic numbers say a different story, and their future doesn't look that promising, sadly. Right, Jason?
Well, the power of propaganda, Luke. Let's be honest. The idea of the electric car has now been around here for 30 years, and it's been demonstrated technologically. You know, that's not the first model, second model, third model. We're on many generations, but I want to point out it's over for these people. Guys like Gabe Hoffman, who are often on CNBC, have been talking about the lies that Tesla has been putting out, the fake numbers. We know about the SEC stepping in when he tweeted out basic falsehood. And right here in the beginning of February, this is 1 month ago today, Luke, Tesla detailed how it had huge Bay Area layoffs with sales and servicing taking a hit. Now, in prior interviews, he had actually talked about, Luke, how they needed more service technicians because they were doing so well. Obviously not the case. And when you look at this next story, Luke, here's how many people Tesla laid off at its California facilities.
Before we get into that, I mean, look at the big turn that happened here with people just a few months ago saying that Elon Musk was smoking weed on the Joe Rogan podcast to lower the price of Tesla, which of course the stock market price. And now we're seeing a totally different picture. Now, some people, although, say that a lot of these changes are happening and that these changes are supposedly good, that these changes are going to save the company, that no longer will there be physical locations that Tesla will have to pay for. Every car you order will be ordered online and kind of delivered to you. What's your kind of take on those bigger kind of talking points that I've heard on some financial shows?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to really involve Tesla, man. Because when you look at how many people were laid off, it was 7% of their force, okay? And it was over 1,000 employees when he said they should be growing, especially in the service industries. And then when you actually take a look at other people here, their stocks are diving, okay? Let's take a look at this. Their stocks and their trust ratings are diving, Luke. Here it is, March 1st. Tesla stock drops after Elon Musk projects loss. Is now a good time to buy? And yet the media is still getting people to try to buy this. Tesla and Facebook corporate reputation rankings plummet. We all know about the scandals that Facebook and other big tech companies are taking hits because of their, basically coming out that they're not privatizing anything. They're selling big data. And now
Yeah,
Tesla's amongst them.
the Facebook angle, of course, totally makes sense to me because everything is artificially inflated. Again, like Facebook used to be a place where, oh, you subscribe to something, you got that information. Now, of course, they limit your post. They give you a little bit. They're like great drug dealers, giving you a little bit of crack. Oh, look at all the attention you're getting with your page, and then automatically cut you off. And they're like, pay us now and we'll get bots probably from India go in there liking your stuff without any engagements to even have some kind of recognition. And again, a lot of the numbers are inflated, especially the video numbers, and they're artificial. They're fake. A lot of them are bots. And when you're paying for advertisement on Facebook, a lot of people have documented that you're getting ripped off. Now with Tesla, I mean, I like the concept. I like the kind of cars that he puts out there. I mean, there's an argument to be made here that, of course, electric cars use batteries. And if you look at the whole battery industry, it is just as destructive to the environment, if not even more. The calculations vary here with, of course, the damage that oil does. But overall, I think what he's doing here, especially with the name, I mean, I like the name just by itself with, of course, Tesla. I would hope that Tesla would do well because obviously I'm not a big fan of Edison there and all the other conventional bigger companies that are out there that I believe are not doing the right thing, especially with the automotive bigger debate that has happened with a lot of car companies using slave labor, outsourcing a lot of important aspects, and screwing the American worker and taxpayer out of money as well.
Well, Luke, I just don't think there's any hope for this company. I absolutely approve of competition. I want more companies. I want more innovation. But when you have Tesla's top lawyer who just got there 2 months ago on February 20th saying, arrivederci, I'm out of here. A guy they hired 2 months ago. His chief financial officer also left. On top of that, it is widely reported right now that if you're over at Tesla, well, you better fear for your job because you are more likely than any other firm in Silicon Valley, Luke, to be on the outs. So the real, hero of this whole story is not Elon Musk. It's not Tesla. It's Florida Man for capturing this ridiculousness on the highway. Luke, I'm predicting it now. I think Tesla has less than six to 18 months to live unless there's some kind of a government buyout or push. Now, I know he hasn't taken bailouts from the government before, but now may be the time where that marriage is made.
Gosh darn tattletales. And again, we have to look out here because, again, if the government gets involved, other interests get involved, they're, of course, going to be skewing things in their own, of course, interest. But Tesla has, Elon Musk has been taking a lot of government money before, especially with his other companies out there. Now, of course, this totally won't bring down Elon Musk, but I believe overall, it's a bad thing that is happening here and kind of sad, to be honest with you.
Well, again, I'm all about competition, but when you have a cult of personality that's not really producing the results he's promised, I don't know how sad I can get. I'll be very upset if this is the end of the electric car on a consumer level where people can afford it, but I don't think that's going to be the case, Luke. I really think that this just might be the end of our God, our egotistical brain super being, Elon.
Well, Jason, I see things a little bit differently, but time will tell, of course, who is right here and what will happen to Tesla. But regardless of that, we're staying very busy here on this backup channel, so don't forget to click the notification button and, of course, subscribe. We just did another video on the main channel about R. Kelly, and expect more from us. Stay on this YouTube channel. We're going to be doing videos here nonstop. 9 to 5, as many as we can here on this backup channel, which of course is sponsored by you, the viewer. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on youtube.com/, I guess, Luke We Are Change, Pulse Change. We'll figure that out later, but thank you again so much for watching.